Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of my favorite trip to the movies. Before we get started, I just want to give a huge shout out to all the healthcare workers right now, all the teachers, and just all the everyone out there, who's helping us get through this really difficult time. And thank you sincerely. This is the show where we discuss our favorite movie theater memories and favorite movie theater concession items, just kind of the overall awesomeness of going to the theaters. Theater going right now definitely is not as it was, and some theaters are reopening in certain states, and that's and I thought this would be a fun way to reminisce until everyone can go back and feel safe again, and when it's all 100% normal. Today's guest is someone who I've known for quite a while, and he is the first video on this channel, so you definitely go check that out. We did an interview back in May of 2018. He currently runs a YouTube channel. We'll post a link below. He has an awesome health and fitness Instagram account. Just started a new coffee company called Llama Java, and he's starting a new chiropractic and wellness company, which is super awesome, called Attain. Taylor Peterson. Taylor, how are you on this wintry Saturday?
Dude, first off, thanks for having me. I'm good. Just like I said, living the life one day at a time. Taking everything, taking everything pretty slowly with all this COVID stuff, and just hoping everyone stays safe. And one day at a time, brother.
Perfectly said. One day at a time is just a great way to approach this, and I mean that's the best we can do right now is just kind of focus on each day, and we'll all get through this for sure. And Taylor,
What's up?
what has been what has been one of your favorite movie theater experiences or memories?
So I don't go to movie theaters often, but I'm a huge animated movie fan. So like I would rather go see animated movies than like the action thrillers and all that stuff. So when How to Train Your Dragon 2 came out, I took a solo trip to the movie theater, one of those nice ones, like reclining chairs, like you can get some drinks and some food, and just said, "Hey, you're gonna watch this thing," and it was the way to do it. It was the way to do it.
First off, I love what you said about animated movies. The animated movies are awesome, and seeing on the big screen, seeing the animation is just always so cool. And yeah, I totally get. I saw the Lego Movie 2 by myself last
Yeah,
couple years ago. So it's so yeah, and I love what you said about theaters with the food and the drink. Treat yourself. That's always such a fun experience.
yeah.
Have you been able to see each of the How to Train Your Dragon films in theaters or
I didn't see the first one in theaters. I don't even know how I came about How to Train Your Dragon. So that's like my favorite animated series. Like I love it. And then I saw like the mini like spin-off series for like all the little kids because you got to be a little kid at heart, and I always am. So I watched those. So I came across How to Train Your Dragons 1, and I love that. And I was like, well, when 2 comes out, I'm gonna go see it. So I went and saw it.
yes? And what are some of your favorite what do you like about that series the most?
Just has a good story. I am like what animators can do on the big screen is just very fascinating to me. In high school, I never took uh, English, or not. I took English. Duh. I never took like Spanish. I went the uh, language arts route with like computer design and CAD classes and stuff. And like I've always been interested in animation and how they could get stuff to look so realistic on screen, like hair and water and snow. Like you take Brave, for example. The way they can get that movie to just look so realistic was crazy. So I just like it.
And yeah, Brave. Oh my gosh, the animation of Brave is so incredible too. An awesome Pixar movie. And kind of, I'm so glad you brought up high school because there was you and I were both we both went on a field trip when I was a freshman and you were a senior. We went to the animation
What was that?
that was like the animation film festival over at the theater in Barrington. Through like the, do
Yes.
you remember? Yeah, that was. I can't. Do you remember any movies from that? I'm unfortunately not remembering
I
anything
don't,
from that.
dude. I don't. I remember going on it, dude. My memory from freaking high school is like it's there, but it's not there. You know what I mean?
Hey, oh, it was a lot. Yeah, and this year has kind of just destroyed my perception of time. So like
Oh,
memories
for
are
sure.
so interesting.
For sure.
And what you said about animated films too, I want to ask you, especially since I mean, we're both technically 90s kids, but you experienced more of the 90s more than I
Hmm.
did, at least, when you were like at an age you could perceive movies. Like I
Yeah.
was 5 at the end of the 90s, so I didn't really have many
Yeah.
years where I could really like is there like a 90s animated movie that you always remember, like one of those like 90s classics?
Oh man, dude. I have, to be honest with you, I have no clue. I wasn't a big movie person, but I do remember my parents, whenever they needed me to calm down or like, hey, we need you to chill out or whatever, they would turn on Aladdin and sit me in front of the TV, and I would just watch all of them on repeat. No clue when Aladdin came out, like the original, like VHS, the stuff that comes out in like the safe now on Disney, on like Netflix and Disney Plus. But um, yeah, Aladdin was probably the go-to. And then when that came out again, remastered, when they did the live action stuff, I had to go see it. Wasn't too big of a fan, but hey, I could appreciate the Aladdin in it. So
Oh, Aladdin has some of my favorite Disney songs of all time. That's a
oh yeah,
legendary movie, and yeah, absolutely a
oh
90s
yeah,
movie. I think that came out, and I want to say either 93 or 95. I should, yeah.
it might have been. Yeah, I was born in 91.
Mm.
So that was probably about the time where they like 2, 3 years old, where they're like, hey, yo, chill out, go watch a movie. So
Yes. Oh, 92. It was 1992. That's when it came out. I just
okay,
looked it up.
cool.
But absolutely, yeah, such an awesome movie, and yeah, I'm glad they were able to do a live action one, because it is always cool seeing like the songs you like loved from the animated version and
Mhm.
seeing them how they do it for a new one or how they do certain scenes.
For
Um,
sure.
and now Taylor, for the second question,
Yeah.
what and I'm gonna do another version of this question after I ask the initial question, one
Okay.
that's tailored to you specifically.
Okay.
But how what is like if you had to pick like one movie theater concession item, what would be your favorite? Or if you
Mike and Ike's.
ooh, legendary choice.
Mike and Ike's. Like, I don't do sweets often. I can always do popcorn, even though movie theater popcorn is special. Like, don't get me wrong. You got to go for the sweet traditional Mike and Ike's, the reds, the yellows, the greens, the oranges, and the green box. The best, the best.
Yes. What's your favorite of the Mike and Ike flavors?
Red. I'm a standard American. Just traditional red.
What is that, cherry or strawberry?
Dude, to be honest with you, I don't even know. I remember when they came out with the all red pack.
Mm.
I think that was like cherry, blackberry, strawberry, like raspberry or something like that. Those were good too. But the traditional Mike and Ike's are the way to go. Go pick yourself some up.
Yes, that's an all-time awesome movie theater concession item.
Yeah.
And now this is a question, because I know you do lots of awesome cooking, and I've seen your posts. You're always making awesome steaks and so many awesome
Yeah.
meals, and I love
Yeah.
when I see that. Let's hypothetically say you could cook anything and bring it to the movie theater.
Oh,
What would you bring? Or I know you said you go to one of those nicer theaters that has the food
yeah.
items too. Like what
I've never ordered at one of those because I can't justify paying $40 for a
it
sandwich. So
it is pretty
I just
expensive.
don't do it. I just don't do it. But if I can make anything
Mm,
and bring it to the movie theater,
mm,
I would cook a ribeye, like a 1 inch thick ribeye, reverse sear, throw some butter and garlic on there. And then I would probably pair it with some like crispy asparagus that hits the spot. And then for the carb, even though I don't do much of those, probably just a solid mashed potato, just a
ooh.
traditional hearty, just meal, I might be falling asleep halfway through the movie because I'm going to be in a coma, but hey, whatever.
Hey, worth it. Yeah, and just chop that
Yeah.
all up, put it in a popcorn container, and just eat it with a fork.
There you go. There you go. Yep.
That's all you
That's
need.
awesome. That's awesome.
And now for the final question.
Yeah.
Um, so definitely, obviously, streaming at home is awesome, and that's I'm beyond thankful we have that option, especially with
Yep.
this year for sure. But what do you think is kind of just the overall importance of or awesomeness of having that option to go to the theater, or and this could also apply to I know I used to go to your my brother's basketball games all the time when I was when I was younger, and I loved
Yep.
being at the audience. Like, what do you think is the importance of having that audience setting with with movies, and yeah, even basketball. You can apply that too, kind of just like watching something with people like that.
Definitely. So let's talk. We'll go sports real quick. An audience and the fans just make it, it makes the game. Like I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't watched any college basketball this year. I'm going to watch Duke, North Carolina tonight, obviously.
I
Duke,
saw
North
your
Carolina.
survey. I saw your survey on your Instagram.
Go Duke. Um, but it makes the game. Like it's really tough for those kids out there right now playing without fans, and uh, yeah, it's just tough. I don't know. I don't even know what else to say after that, because the interaction and the heckling and like, hey, getting the crowd hype, that's fun. I feel bad for those kids, but hey, they get it done. They're true athletes, so they're going to go out and play and have fun anyway. But movies, I think keeping the theater around is extremely important. Like I'm a I'm a I'm an old school kind of guy. I was raised, I'm not saying kids these days aren't raised the right way, but I was raised in a way like, hey, respect your elders, like respect what's around you. I think the movie theaters um, are huge. I would love to bring my kids to a movie theater just to like get that experience. Right now with Disney Plus, Hulu, uh, Netflix, it's literally at the touch of our fingertips. But going out and enjoying like a date or a night with the family at a movie theater would be pretty fun. I would say you would have to wait till your kids are old enough to sit there quietly, but um, the movie theater, I think, is a very important part of our culture. Personally, I don't think other people do, so that's why they don't go there as much. But hey, it is what it is. Times are changing, technology's changing, and right now, just with how the world's going with this whole pandemic, it's tough. So hopefully, when everything gets back to normal, we could start enjoying that. Danielle and I were just talking about this. Like, there's a movie theater right across the road from our street. We got or the right across the road. We got gift certificates that we want to use. Like, hey, let's just go watch a movie. You know what I mean? It's like kind of one of those things. So hopefully they stick around. I think some of them will, and the bigger ones that can afford it. But it's fun. So
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, it's just such a tough situation right now, especially with, it is so awesome that, we have such quick access to so many Disney Plus, Netflix, and so grateful we have
yeah,
those options. But yeah, like you said, there's always something about going out and like being able to fully turn off your brain. I think that's something I always struggle
yeah,
with at home. That's why I used to love going to movies by myself, or kind of just, not that I prefer going by myself, but like,
yeah.
I could, even if I could watch the same movie at home, I just feel like I need to go somewhere to be able to fully kind of invest myself into it and not be distracted by stuff.
Yeah, because when you go somewhere, you go to the theaters, you're not on your phone. Like if I'm watching a movie at home or watching a TV show or doing something at home, I'm on my stupid phone. And I hate to say it, like I wish I can get better, but right now it consumes a lot of everyone's life, not just mine. It's like we're such attached to this, literally a mini TV on our phone, with all the access on here. So getting away, going somewhere with other people, being intentional about watching a movie and not having your phone on is a huge thing. And hopefully down the road, I can instill that in kids that I raise and like, hey, yeah, you need to have these powerful little gadgets to stay in touch, but get out, let your brain escape and just go do things. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's definitely a lot easier to live in the moment sometimes when when you
Yeah.
can't get on your phone. I mean, phones are great, but yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes it's good to just shut them off sometimes, and that's what
Yes,
movies. That's a
sir.
part of movies I miss so much.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
so Taylor, that is our show. Before we officially end, tell the viewers what you got coming up. And I know we discussed a lot of awesome stuff. So I'd love to, what can we, what should we, what do you got coming up?
Man, we're busy. We're busy. So Danielle and I are opening up a chiropractic clinic. We're in Rochester, Minnesota. Attain Chiropractics and Wellness. That's going to be hopefully started up May 1st. I got that coffee company that I just started. That was literally a 3-week thing. I said, hey, I'm going to start a coffee company, and I did. Llama Java Coffee Company. If you want to get your hands on some, reach out to Joey, reach out to me. We'll set up a link where you can get in contact with me. I don't have a website. It's all kind of just, hey, can I get a bag type thing, and I'll ship it out. What else do I got going on? Keep a lookout for Facebook, YouTube channels for just overall health and wellness. I'm a big believer in movement. Get out and move. Yes, I know we're all locked down in a pandemic right now, and things are getting a little easier, but just make sure you're getting out and moving. Working from home 12 hours a day is tough. So, hey, but Joe, hey, I appreciate it, brother. Miss you. Next time I'm in Illinois, we're going out. It's on me. So we'll figure something out. All right, buddy.
Oh, that sounds awesome, Taylor. And yeah,
I got you.
you're too awesome. You're too. I'd be an honor. And my mom said like when I told her I was doing this, she was like, Taylor has to stop by and see her.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I think I can still stop by without telling anyone, right?
Oh, always. You always have that option at that house for sure.
I will
And
figure it out.
and that's so awesome about Attain. And we're definitely all information will definitely be posted in the description below. So everyone check that out. And so well said about movement too. So it's so important to get any kind of movement in you can on any given day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching and have an awesome rest of your night. Hope you're all safe and healthy and well.